Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Thursday. I was going to make a video yesterday, but life happened. I had to work, and only working one day a week, you would think like piece of cake. It just takes more out of me than it used to. It's being a difficult transition for me. After being in the same job for like 22 years as church secretary, having things done differently and not being right in the mix anymore is difficult. Having things done differently from the way I did them for 22 years makes me feel like I wasn't doing a good enough job. And that's the way my brain works from being told, you're not good enough, you all for so long. As soon as something is different from the way I do it, that's how I interpret it, and I need to back off and just say everybody does things differently. It's not that one is right and the other is wrong. Just go with the flow. So the video that I wanted to make yesterday didn't happen. Okay, let's see if I can get one in today. And at first I thought I wasn't going to have a car because we took my car in to get the AC serviced, thinking just going to be, just add some fluid and $100 job. No. I need a new compressor. And it's going to be like in the $700 to $800 range. And because the part that they need wasn't available, and I had to be rescheduled, and they were rescheduling like 2 weeks in advance. Now it won't be worked on until June 6th, the day before my birthday. So as a birthday present, I get to spend $700 or $800 on a car repair. And I said to my husband, nope, I need to look at it in the positive that I get AC back for my birthday. Okay, that's it. So, car woes aside, I'm back to do a video to show you stuff that I have worked on this week. I got going on my Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn. And this is hosted by Lori at the Armchair Chef. She has several different levels that you can do. I usually opt in to send someone yarn and to receive yarn from someone. I got yarn from Jan, the Alaskan Crafter. And I got going on it. Now, technically for the challenge, all you need to do is do one project that uses all of the yarn sent. Nah, that's too easy. I want to use all the yarn. Like get each one down to under 2 ounces, so I just have a few little cakes to put into my scrap yarn. So, the first project that I made did use all 4 of the colors. I made this chicken. You say, wait a minute. You got yellow, brown, blue, and green. That only uses the yellow. Oh, but wait, there's more. The chicken laid some eggs. And you need something to put the eggs into. So I have the basket, which uses the blue, the green, and the brown together. And then I've got a green and a blue. I used a different color yellow so that the egg didn't have flecks like the chicken does. So there's my chicken. Sit, with her nest and her eggs. And that used all 4 of my Mystery Yarn Challenge yarns. Which one was next? Next, I really like that yellow. It's called Sunshine. I needed some sunshine in my week. Next, I found a free pattern on Ravelry for a little chicken on a swing. Now these they advertise as like rear window or rear view mirror chickens. But you can't do that in New York State. New York State, you can get a ticket for having something like this hanging from your. But you know, that would look cute. Just, I'm sure you could find some place to hang it so the chicken can do a little swing. I did change the pattern up a little bit. I think I went rogue with the legs. Like I gave long legs that bop down over the swing. And I actually made a little swing for her to sit on. And then I did the string for the swing and attached that to the seat. When I made the wings, I left my yarn tail at the beginning, like my starting tail, hanging out so that I could sew it on with the ending tail. But then I used, excuse me, I used this little yarn tail from the beginning to attach her to the swing so that she stays in place. So that was project number 2 of the Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn. Project number 3. Woot woot. This uses all 4 yarns. I made a cactus. So I used the blue for the pot, the brown for the soil, the green for the cactus, and the yellow for the flower. Oh, I feel so clever. This was, I believe, a free pattern that I will eventually put up there and link in the comments because it was my first time doing the pattern and I don't remember who the designer was. Then I took a little break from Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn because there was a project on my list for several days that I wanted to do, and I finally got around to making a gray possum. Boy, looks. I think I didn't quite get I think the eyes probably should have been a little higher on this one. This is using the gray yarn from my last Temu order, the bright wool silk, which is actually acrylic, but very soft, and it's got a bit of a halo to it. So I thought it would make a cute possum, and I think I was right. Okay, he's going to go on the floor because apparently I can't toss things behind me without dropping them. Then I went back to the Mystery Yarn Challenge. I did some double dipping. Yes. On my May list, there was Ballerina Kitty. So I made another Ballerina Kitty using my Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn. The blue is the Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn. The gray is the Temu yarn that I got. And she's got a little white tutu from my scrap yarn and her little white ballet slippers and all that. So that crosses off an item on my May to-do list. I'm like, okay. That, I think, was 4 of the 8 items on my May to-do list. Okay. Since we are knocking things off the May list, I made my Ami book challenge. This little cat from the book Mini Amigurumi Animals. I think I saw on Amazon that the book is on sale this week. So I will link that in the comments. Cute little book. It is written in British terms. So when you see like 6 double crochets in the magic ring, you have to say, oh, no, not double, single. But, you know, once you know that, you've got it for the whole pattern. You're just looking at the numbers instead of the single crochet, double crochet. Let's see. Is that it? I did that one. I did that one. So now I only have Mystery Yarn Challenge and my Monster of the Month left on my May list. I didn't bring it out with me. I had 8. I finished 5, so there should be 3. And now I don't remember what the third one was. Oh, the purchased, not made. The majestic owl stuffy. Okay, still need to do that too. But today I have been working on my May, not March, my May monster of the month. So I'm double dipping once again. I'm using my Mystery Yarn Challenge yarn. I've got out the green. So here's a sneak peek. This is one of the arms. So right now I'm just about to start working on the body. And I'm like writing it all down, writing all these notes so that I can type it up. Once I finish one, I type up the pattern and then I make another one from my typed notes to see if I catch any errors. And then if that's good to go, then I send it to testers or tester. The last couple of them, since it's just a free pattern that's published on my blog, I don't really do a whole lot of testing for it because it doesn't get the same level of attention that a paid pattern would. So I might actually end up with my May Monster of the Month getting published to my blog in May. That would be that would be too earth-shattering. No, might not do that. So I have to go to church in a little bit. There is the elementary school next to our church uses our auditorium for big concerts, and there's a practice today, and I need to stand in the sound booth and click the music on and off. So I need to be there in about an hour. So that cuts into my crafting time today. Don't get to go visit my daughter today because she's working. So I'll go play with yarn while I can. And we'll see you tomorrow. Probably tomorrow I will hop on and introduce the May Monster of the Month, who will not be as cute as this chicken. The yarn has flecks in it, so I think it adds to the character of the chicken. This was a Yarn Inspirations, I think, pattern. It was one of those patterns where I was like, what are you doing it that way for? No, don't do it that way. No, don't do it that way. So the pattern bears only a slight resemblance to the original. I just retyped it, rewrote it, retyped it. Like I think with the tail, they had the tail where you would make this big loop and then decrease down and then sew up the end and add little tail feathers. And I was like, no, I can figure out how to like start down here and make the end and then go over here and finish it off like you usually do with amigurumi. So it started with a Yarn Inspirations pattern and I made a lot of changes. So basically it's just my own pattern now that I have in my notebook. That's it. So bye-bye.